everybody. It's the Bitter Boys Club. This is Brent Brookhouse here with All Ego Ethan Page, the hottest free agent in wrestling. We're recording on a Thursday night. It's usually a Wednesday thing for us, but stuff got a little crazy yesterday. But here we are. How you doing, man?
What got crazy? Tell the story.
I started the new job yesterday. First time in an office in a decade. And since I've worked from home for so long, we only have one car between my fiance and me, which is something we're going to have to change here coming up. But I let her just drop me at work yesterday so she could have the car. And she was supposed to come pick me up and called me at work, and the tire was completely flat, one of the tires. So I had to take a lift home. By the time I got home and was trying to deal with the tire, it just was not really going to work to record last night. So we were able to do it today, which is good. We're still getting it done. Yeah,
people get to enjoy our... I don't even know what this is. Us.
Yeah, it's got a format, but it's a little different every week. So
yeah, I was going to say, does it?
I mean, we tend to go, what's going on in your world? Here's some questions. Somewhere along the way, we talk a little bit longer about some topic or another. But sometimes it's about life. Sometimes it's about wrestling. Sometimes it's about movies. Sometimes it's about comics.
But all the time, it's about fun stuff that people love.
Right. I feel like we're a positive, good part of people's weeks. So that's good.
I hope so.
So yeah, what have you been up to?
I ironically was car shopping.
Nice.
No, not nice. Not nice at all.
I mean, were you going into it like, I know the car I want? Because that makes it a little easier.
No, not even close.
Okay, yeah, so that's not the fun car experience.
No, so my wife, pregnant as ever, baby's coming, probably, I mean, it could be here by the next time we talk. Like, we're in that stage, and we need a second vehicle. My car is way too sporty and small to host a car seat. So my wife wanted to get like a small SUV. We've been shopping around, and it sucks to shop for cars.
Yeah, it's not fun. I will admit, though, I've fully become a guy who wants a minivan.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why, but it's just like, I mean, I do know why. I have, a daughter. We have another kid on the way. So I'm feeling super parental now, and I feel like the only way to up that game is to go full minivan.
But no.
I have to up the...
you don't have a soccer team. You have 2 kids.
Yeah, but my daughter plays soccer. I can pick up the whole soccer team if I have a minivan.
See, that's why I'll never buy a pickup truck. Because I never want to do somebody else's work.
Yeah, I won't buy a truck. I don't want to haul anybody around, but I don't know. Maybe I also have like some weird thing of like, yeah, screw it. We can get the minivan that has like has all the TV screens, and I can just I can make Christy drive, and I'll sit in the back and watch movies with the kids.
Yeah, but you could do that with an SUV.
I could, but I feel like SUVs also open up some help me move possibilities.
What? A minivan, you could put all the seats down and you have a truck.
I'll just tell people that the seats don't go down.
They'll know you're lying, and then you lose friends.
Yeah, but you know what happens if I lose friends? Then they're not asking me to move anything, so I'm good.
All right, you got me there.
All right, so shopping, did you land on a car, or is this going to drag into a multi-day process?
No, it was a multi-day process. We ended up buying a car not yesterday, but the day before. And it was a little more than what I budgeted out for her. But what a pregnant woman wants.
Oh, yes.
A pregnant woman gets.
Right. Yeah, so you got the new car.
Yeah, and what I did find out in the process is that one of, if not my dream car. I have no idea what anything about cars, but I really like a fully loaded Jeep Grand Cherokee.
All right, yeah, I can see that. That's one of those
Very comfortable.
That's one of those things where if I like wander into a group of guys I don't know, then I'm sitting there thinking like, please don't be car guys that ask me car guy things because I'm not a car guy.
Yep, or sports, same. Don't know a goddamn thing about sports. I know Michael Jordan was number 23. After that, nothing.
Yeah, I mean, if you can just memorize a couple facts, but like, yeah, the car thing, I feel like I'm going to wander into a group of people. They're going to be like, oh, you should go talk to these guys, and they're going to just, for some reason, it's going to be a quiz about cars and like how to fix cars or what's the best car, and I don't know.
You just got to be a confident guy and just be like, yeah, I'm too busy for that.
Yeah, I guess that's the one way to go. So you just said could have the baby in the real world out of the stomach by the next time we talk. How are you doing with that?
Well, I mean, I'm not the pregnant one, so
well, I know,
I'm doing great.
Are you dealing with the like, holy shit, I'm freaking out, or are you just like, yeah, let's do this?
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, let's get this baby out. It's been long enough.
Right on. It's good stuff, but it's wild, man.
Yeah, but I'm also. Oh yeah, wait. Hasn't been announced yet. I can't talk about that. Never mind. But yeah, so.
Oh, that's great. No.
Yeah, my bad.
So now there's just a grand mystery wrapped into this episode.
We'll talk about it after the promotion announces it. But anyway, so yeah, life is happening.
All right, and what about career? What was this past weekend like?
Career's great. My phone is currently exploding with tweets because my segment on Impact Wrestling just aired.
So that's good. Right. It's Thursday night. I'm not used to that being a thing when we're...
Yeah, usually we promote it.
So this was, I think I just saw it scroll through on my Facebook. Was this something with Jimmy Jacobs?
Yeah, actually, it was a backstage thing with myself, Jimmy Jacobs, Joseph Parks, and Congo Kong. It was really funny. I just tweeted a link of it. If you want to check it out, it's on my Twitter. But yeah, so that's exploding, and Impact actually tweeted with my handle, so I was very happy about that. So yeah,
nice.
So that's good. But last weekend, career-wise, I only had one show. Not too much to talk about, really, other than another trip from hell to get to this goddamn show. It was First Wrestling's WrestlePalooza, which is always a great time. But we left my house. Space Monkey and Space Monkey's father, Papa Monkey, drove from my house 4 a.m. to the airport. Our flight was supposed to be at 6:30 or 7. We did not get on the plane until 11. Then from 11 until 2, we sat on the plane, got kicked off the plane, got reboarded on the plane because I guess they just could not get the damn thing to warm up. We ended up getting at the show, I think, 40 minutes before bell. As the doors were opening, we were walking in.
Wow.
So that was 2 freaking weekends in a row that absolutely sucked for travel. And apparently tomorrow, I have to drive through Sarnia, Ontario, which is on the way to Michigan, which is on the way to Detroit. Or I'm sorry, Chicago for freelance. And there's a big article that just got published this week about how they're warning anyone traveling on that highway that I have to travel on because it might be closed down because this will be the worst snow ever.
Where was this in Michigan? Because, I mean, I am in Michigan.
So it's not Michigan. It's the 401 and the 402 London, Ontario, and Sarnia, Ontario on the way. Yeah. I mean, it might hit Michigan, but it's saying it's going to be the worst snowfall ever. But
like in the history of time, because that's
the way, dude. Like that's the way the article made it seem. And like my father-in-law is sending it to me, my parents are sending it to me, my wife sent it to me. They're like, "Be careful, this sounds crazy." And I'm like, "Well, gotta get to freelance, you know."
Special weather statement. Wow.
Yeah. So, are you looking it up?
Yeah, there. A lot of rain, snow, freezing, which is the same thing that we have, which you're going to have to basically pass right by where I'm at on your way to freelance, so it should be bad pretty much the whole way.
Lucky!
So just terrible stuff coming.
Yeah, how about just, F my life, because that's what I like to do. Oh, I'm so done with these. Because I had that bad blizzard weekend, the one before, and then I got last weekend's BS. Now I already know going in this weekend's going to suck. The worst part is I was walking around with a long sleeve t-shirt on today because everything's fucking melted. There's no snow, no ice. Everything's gone. All the dog shit in my backyard from the winter is now exposed on the deck. And I'm just like, oh, that's great. So the weather's beautiful today for travel, but tomorrow, nah.
Yeah, it got up to 58 here today, and by like midday tomorrow, it's supposed to be back down to like 13. So that's a terrible one-day turnaround.
Yeah, not good.
So first wrestling.
Oh right, I guess I should talk about the show.
Yeah, outside of the travel,
outside of my dog shit travel. So I wrestled Colt Cabana. I don't know why I just said Coke. Colt Cabana. It was awesome. Out of all of our matches we've had together, this is one of, if not my favorite. And the crowd is always great there. It's like 1,000 people just rammed in there like sardine cans. Great merchandise, great fans, good experience other than the travel. Then we all went out for food after at the bar pub / thing that's connected to the venue. And Eric Cannon bought everybody drinks and food. So thumbs up to Eric Cannon for being such a stand-up guy. You feed me, I like you, pretty much. That's how it goes. But yeah, it was great. I have nothing bad to say other than the travel. All of the wrestling part of it, the actual part of my job, it was fantastic.
As it usually is.
Yeah, when I'm involved, 9 times out of 10.
All right, so not a little bit of an uneventful weekend. When does your stretch of time where you kind of didn't take bookings, when does that start?
Well, it was supposed to start, but yeah, I'm just like a real terrible husband, and I just took everything. So the baby's probably going to come. I'm hoping during the week so I could be home, see the baby, and then leave for the weekend to go make sure we can pay our bills. But I've started to take insurance on flights out of my pay so that if I don't make it because of the baby, the promoters don't lose out on the flights. So that's good. I'm a professional. And I've also told them all to keep advertising me so that I can promote the events. So even if I don't come, they're not going to pay me because I'm not there. But I'll still do the part I do before the show where I actually advertise and help bring awareness to the events. So at least they get something out of it.
All right. That makes sense. And I don't think it makes you a terrible husband. I think that you just go ahead and say that you're being a good husband and just looking to make sure that the income is there to support the family.
Yeah, and with a job like this too, it's like, I don't know, you got to take it when it comes.
Right, and at any point, I mean, you could suffer an injury that sidelines you, and then you'll be frustrated with the weeks you didn't work. So sure,
Brent. How about you just wish death on me, you fucker?
I'm not. you're a safe guy. Everything will be fine.
What the fuck does that mean? I'm a safe guy.
I don't like.
I'm just kidding. I am.
No, I absolutely think you're. I don't see you doing all the ridiculous bullshit, which is good. It's a good thing.
I don't know. I think I saw one tweet about my segment on Impact, and someone literally said, "This is ridiculous bullshit."
Oh yeah, I do know there were some people that were not happy with the debut match.
Yeah,
but we talked about that before. I mean, it's not Ethan Page. It's
yeah,
Chandler
exactly.
Park. And Chandler
Completely
Park doesn't
different.
know how to wrestle.
Awesome.
So, hey, you want to hit some questions? You want to talk some New Year's resolutions? What do you want here?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it all. Let's do the New Year's resolutions, and we'll get to the questions.
All right, let's see. We did get a couple days ago. Head Cheese at Blu-ray Mysterio said his New Year's goals were to use the word hyperbole at least 730 times and pronounce it hyperbole at least 366 or more of those times, and karaoke the clean version of All I Do Is Win at least twice.
All right. Well,
I don't know.
I think you could probably do that.
Jeremy Botter, the man who hired me to Flow Slam and was promptly fired after I took the job. He said, "I'm still fat, but there's a lot of year left," which I think I'll adopt that for myself as well. Wade Buswell, trying to eat better. That's been good, and get in better shape, been out walking more, and I want to start doing wrestling training, working on getting more money now that life has settled down, and his significant other recently had to undergo surgery, and she's doing well now, so that's good news for one of our absolute best listeners.
That's fantastic.
I will say that at noon tomorrow, I will have gone 10 days without a cigarette. So
Hey, that's awesome.
I have not cheated. I have not touched a cigarette. I'm doing good on that front.
So you start shopping for a car.
Yeah, but you know what? It's the first week. Once you get past that first week, the cravings are not so bad. And I think the tire thing between yesterday and today, like getting the tire replaced and that being another 2-hour ordeal tonight, I think if I was going to crack, I would have cracked there.
That's true.
I don't think you shared any sort of resolution here.
I don't really have one. Oh no, yes I did. Wait, did I last time? I said out. Oh no, I can't remember. Did I say I wanted to wrestle in more countries?
Oh yeah, you did. You're right.
Yeah, there you go.
And you had your. I think you said DDT Pro. You had a goal of.
Yeah.
Like a time that you want to do have wrestled there by.
Yeah, before middle of the year.
All right, so you've got something to be held accountable for there.
Yeah, and I've been doing a like ketogenic diet, and it was going really good at the tail end of the year. I was shedding weight a lot, and then Christmas just derailed me. New Year's derailed me. So I'm back on it now. So I'm hoping I could just keep this up for a while. That's my goals.
All right, so there we go. We've got some stuff here. All right, let's hit some of these questions.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's see. John Thorne from AIW will start us off with a good one of thoughts on Gabe Sapolsky.
Yeah, you answer that one.
Well, Gabe was... I've never really had a direct issue with Gabe. I mean, obviously we had company issues, but that was all above my pay grade. My only real frustrations with Gabe were that sometimes I wish he would have given me a heads up on card changes, because I would waste time writing up previews, and then he'd release that everything had changed on a card, so I would have wasted hours of my time. But that's small stuff. Gabe and I have gotten along well. I don't really have too strong of thoughts on a personal level. On a creative level, he runs a little hot and cold, but that's, I think, anybody in the creative side of the business. And when he's good, when he's on one of his good runs, he's one of the best in the business.
What's a good run?
I think I'd say the stretches where, and a lot of it's roster dependent too, because that can cover a lot of stuff up. But there was the period when they were getting a lot of traction. I think it was about a year before the Flow Slam deal. A lot of the early Dragon Gate stuff. I don't personally know how much of the stuff with you and Darby was you guys, how much of it was Gabe, but he can he's had a lot more cohesive long-term storytelling than a lot of other guys on the indies.
Yeah, I just think he doesn't know when to end it.
Yeah, I think that's a problem a lot of places. I mean, you and I know we're both big fans of IWA Mid-South back in the day.
Yep.
And Ian had the same problem where he would have these great storylines that would then go for too long and they'd miss the point where they should have concluded. I mean, we talked about that with you and Darby with there not being a need for the last match. There wasn't a need for one more after WrestleMania weekend, so sometimes ending it is a weakness.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it's like, I think it's important to just have an end goal in sight and then find the best way to build to that one moment, not like if that goes good, you don't just do it again.
Right.
You're going to the well too many times,
Yeah.
But anyways, my thoughts on Gabe, even though I shouldn't have said that and I should have just said, all right, next question, because I got away with it.
F. Oh, I wasn't letting you get away with it. You were definitely going to answer.
Man, that's tough. It's a tough question. There was times where I enjoyed working for him. There was times where I enjoyed working with him. And there was times when I absolutely despised seeing his face and I wanted to strangle him or punch him. Just like his booking, my relationship with him is very hot and cold. No, it's very cold right now. It's god-awful right now. He hated the fact that I did shoot interviews with Flow Slam and you, which is what spawned this podcast, after I had left Evolve. I think that... I mean, I just don't get Gabe, to be honest with you. I don't know. I don't understand. Where do people get this power from where they can pay someone $20 and mistreat them? Like, where does that come from? Like, what, like, aura does he have? Like, if you saw him on the street, you would be like, oh, there's a homeless man.
It's okay.
Like, I'm just, come on.
I don't know that I'd say homeless.
All right. Not when he would dress nice when WWE would be there. When he's rocking like old rocker tees with holes in them. And then he's like got a hunchback because he just looks sad all the time. And then he would cheer up when angles would go good on the show. So, I don't know. Yeah, okay, not homeless, but like you wouldn't think twice to be like, oh, this guy holds power over me.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that this is a powerful guy to thousands and thousands of people.
Yeah, wrestling is so strange. Like,
but I mean, to be fair, how many indie promoters would you see walking around and be like, that guy's probably powerful to a lot of people?
Fair enough. Okay, well, my apologies, Gabe. It's so tough. Like, I don't want to say I hate him. I don't want to say I like him because I don't to both of those. He's just, he was a part of my career for 2.5 years. And like, I'm grateful for the opportunity to work with him or for him. But like, his like act grew stale with me. And I grew up and matured and refused to be talked down to by a man that I could snap his neck. And I just outgrew the place, I think. And my patience outgrew the place too. Especially when, like, my biggest frustration with him is he refuses to take initiative to better his own business, which to me is the most, like, emotionally draining thing to work for someone that just doesn't give a shit. But, like, will preach passion. Like, he's like, oh, guys, the show's going to be great. I love this company. It's fantastic, blah, blah, blah. But then, like, won't advertise, won't find nice venues, won't rent a ring that won't break, still has Earl Cooter run shows before his shows. And it's just like, I offered to fly in a day early. I didn't even want to answer this question. Now it's like 30 minutes later.
To be fair, you did explain the stuff about that you wanted to fly in early to do, media, radio, and whatnot, and just charge. I think you said you were just wanted pay for like travel and like to be put up in a hotel, right?
Yeah, I didn't want money to do it. It was just I can talk. You can hopefully make some kind of connection or sponsorship or show or whatever. And like, it drives me nuts because people look at these companies like they're special. Why wouldn't you use that and find sponsorships? Like, there's 5,000 podcasts. Have one of them sponsor the show. They toss you a little bit of money. You get the wrestlers off your show to go on the podcast. People are actually talking about your show. You made money off of it. It's just like, just laziness. But I think it's also because he's never actually put his own money into a wrestling company, just his ideas. So I guess it's a different world for him.
All right. So I think that kind of wraps up feelings on
For
Gabe.
sure, I hate that whole thing, and I regret saying everything that I said, but whatever, fuck it. Leave it in.
Let me ask you this. There was, like, the videos you were doing around the Darby Allin stuff, and, basically all the videos you did for the last year in Evolve.
Yeah.
How much of that was you, how much of that was Gabe, and how much of that was, I'm blanking, Kenny? So,
Kenny only did the Kenny Johnson documentaries, so like whatever long form videos that he put up, any kind of promo I shot myself, and I paid Kenny to do one for the Zack Sabre match, which turned out great. Was
that the Gates of Heaven thing?
Yeah, that's that one. So I wanted that to be special, so I made sure I had Kenny involved because I knew he'd be able to piece it together a little better than me. But everything else I put together myself. At the beginning, Gabe was very meticulous, I guess. Like, I was a new toy to him, so he would be very like, oh, the camera should be like this, or can you do this, or blah, 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 like maybe change the wording of this. But by the end of it, it was just like, I would send him a video, he'd be like, oh, that's great, put it up. But I like to be challenged. I like the like monotony of detail. I like to learn. But it just kind of, like, again, it was just lazy.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, good idea. I hate you, John Thorne.
At John Tanamo Bay.
That's a good Twitter name.
Yeah, and I also really like this question. I come to a show because I'm a fan of Ethan Page, but you're working heel. Even though I want to cheer you, should I boo because of what you're trying to accomplish in the ring?
There's two answers to that question.
I was going to say, this is the part where you give them.
Yeah, no. I'm just trying to word it properly. So let's say, this is answer number one. Let's say I wrestle at this promotion every single month. You come to this promotion every single month. I'm in a storyline where I am the bad guy and I'm wrestling a good guy. It's very important to, I guess, respect the direction of the story and kind of play along, because it might help the winner of the program progress and move on to bigger and better things in the show. The rest of the crowd will follow along with the smart fans. So in that sense, yeah, I would appreciate if people booed me just to go along with it.
And that also kind of, I would think, serves as a form of cheering you. Like, it is, you're doing your job well enough that I'm reacting in the appropriate way.
9 times out of 10, people booing me are smiling. Then there's the other one where, let's just say I'm not in a program. I'm just showing up. Maybe I wrestled here once before 6 months ago. Oh my God, I'm coming back. Ethan Page is coming to do this special show. You don't have to boo me. I would actually prefer if you cheered me. So the promoter was like, oh wow, this guy's popular. He should get booked again. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. If it's a story, then doing the cheering the bad guy thing can make it come off awkward, because again, every show might be somebody's first show. It also provides the right feedback to build going forward, and also I would think, a promoter looking at the reactions to a story that they're trying to have play out, is going to have more faith in seeing it through if they're getting the reactions to build to the next step.
Yeah, exactly.
But if it's just you're making an appearance, then treat it like anybody else making an appearance. If you're happy to see him, then cheer.
Yeah.
All right, makes sense. Ryan Hopkins, R_Hip Hopkins. We got good Twitter names today.
Yeah, I like these guys.
How did Cody Rhodes appearing in Alpha 1 so often come about? He was all over the place last year, but seemed to always make time for Alpha 1.
You know what? That is... I have no idea. He just kind of grew a love for Alpha 1 and made it a point to make it a priority. And on January 21st in Hamilton, I believe this will be his 5th or 6th appearance. He's been tag champ for half a year. It's just a whirlwind of cool events that have led to him being a part of the roster. I don't know. Like I can genuinely say he does enjoy coming.
Well, I think a guy that has the kind of the place that Cody has right now does not have to take any bookings he doesn't want to take. He's got endless options right now.
Right, yeah. And he is... So I drove him to the airport after, I think, the second or third time he came. And I was like, dude, there's like 300 people here. You're not making like your full pay. You don't gotta come. Like, I understand. I'm a wrestler. Like, I get it. And he's just like, I'm gonna keep coming until you think that I've helped Alpha 1 grow to where you want it. So, keep booking me.
So he's going to keep coming forever because it will never be as big as you could possibly want it to be.
I would never do that to him, but there is an end goal to everything that he's been doing. So, and I think too, he'll come back for special appearances here and there, but he's a regular now until the foreseeable future. So enjoy him while he's there, please. All right. And I can say, without a doubt, no doubt at all, he has drawn new fans to every show he's been to. So it's not just one time. He did 4 signings in a row with lines. 4 shows in a row with lines.
That's pretty awesome.
So, I mean, like, It's so tough to argue with that. And like every show, new people. So let's say over the 6 to 8 months he has been and will be with Alpha One. If he draws us 300 different new people and half of those turn into regulars, or let's even say a third of them, 100 people become regulars, he's done amazing business for Alpha One, that 100 people are now going to come every single show. And that just boosts the income to the company, which means I get to put that towards bringing other talent into every show.
Right.
Sounds great. Here's your answer.
Mikey from Black Label Pro, because we have promoters that regularly ask questions now. Favorite?
Yeah, because they're listening in to see how much I talk about their promotion. I'm just kidding.
So, Mikey from the show that you might die on the way to if conditions are any worse than expected.
Yep.
Favorite episode of The Office?
Oh, damn, that's tough. That's actually really tough.
I would say the dinner party, and I think it's just called The Injury, where Michael burns his foot in the Foreman grill.
Oh, the dinner party is a great one
because it's horribly awkward.
Yes, and like Michael is the biggest. Oh my god, he just. Like he gives me anxiety.
Yeah, and he has that huge plasma TV.
Like how stupid he is just gives me like bad anxiety. Yeah, I would go with either the dinner party, parkour episode.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Or oh man, the Christmas party where they had to plan it. They had the planning committee.
Yeah.
I'll go with those.
All good episodes, and we had answers just off the top of our head. That's good.
Yeah.
At Top Rope Tony, if I were to watch an Alpha One show, which one would you suggest? So I think we get variations of this a lot, but what is a good jumping on Alpha One show?
It's tough right now because we just kind of wrapped up a lot of our storylines. I would say 90% of them, to be honest with you, at Final Act 8. But that year was so good. To be honest with you, I would probably start at Do or Do Not, There Is No Try. That's the show in, I believe, June of 2017. That was the first show with Cody Rhodes where we started tagging. It's about the middle point of a big feud, and everything else kind of culminates on that show to start building towards the big show at the end of the year.
All right, there you go. Thoughts on Impact switching back to a 4-sided ring? Is there much adjustment needed to work in the 6-sided ring?
Well, actually, the first year of Alpha One was all 6-sided rings, so no. I'm a connoisseur of the 6-sided ring. I think it's smart to go back to the square ring just because they've been doing a lot of stuff on the road lately. So it's a lot easier to mask these independent shows and having them blend in with their TV product instead of cutting from like, hey, we're at Defy Wrestling in Seattle with a square ring, and then we cut back and it's Impact with the 6-sided ring. But the 6-sided ring was super easy to work with even at the taping. So,
all right. After t-shirts, pins, badges, and stickers, what type of merch do you think will be the next big thing?
Oh man, I don't know. I wish there was a way for everyone to have action figures.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. But most of the companies that whip out the ones for like indie guys, they usually look so bad.
Yeah.
Like it's real. Like it's not the cool look I have an action figure.
No. But I will say those the Ring of Honor action figures look great, and so do the indie superstar ones.
Yeah, there's some companies that do well, but that would be cool. That would be something that a lot of people would be into collecting, which I think is a big
for
thing.
sure.
That's a big thing with like pins and stuff. Is you'll get people buying that don't even care so much about the wrestler as they just want as many pins as possible,
which is awesome. Because
Yep.
I have a pin with my dogs that my mom designed.
Those little plushes are starting to pop up more places.
Yeah, which I love. Because the more that they get those, the more they'll get mine.
Yeah, I was going to buy a Space Monkey one for my daughter, but then he fell on his head at that freelance show, so I didn't get around to that. All right, we are to the Wade Buswell question corner.
Ooh, send them in.
What was your favorite pay-per-view as a kid?
Probably Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I'd say specific shows.
Oh, specific?
Well, I'm not
WrestleMania
sure.
14.
I'd say WrestleMania X7 when I was a teenager, and when I was younger, WrestleMania 4, even though it's not that good, but it had a tournament, which I always thought was cool. So
True.
So those are mine. Who has the best merch on the indies?
Oh, man, that's tough. Joey Ryan has some great stuff. He's also got those action figures I was talking about. The Young Bucks are hard to compete with. Cabana's always doing good. I think I have some pretty awesome merch.
Yeah.
That covers it.
Hitting a lot of the big ones.
Yeah.
David Starr's got some cool stuff.
Yeah, David Starr does. He's got great T-shirts. Whoever designs his stuff. You know who has awesome shirts? All the dudes in the UK, like Pete Dunne, Mark Andrews, CCK. Like, they've got some dope T-shirts. Whoever designs their stuff is fantastic.
Let's see. Who would you pick if you had to have a great match with every time? So, like, who is your most consistent great match opponent?
Johnny Gargano or Josh Alexander.
Coolest match you have seen in person?
Oh, that's so tough, man. I've seen some freaking epic matches in person that have just, like, blown the roof off of the place. Like, I saw Kenny Omega versus Tyler Black in Ring of Honor. That was insanity. But, like, indie level, I saw Rockstar Spud versus Marion Fontaine, which was at AIW, and it was incredible. It was not a wrestling match. It was a spectacle. It was fan-freaking-tastic. I'm going to plug Alpha One. At the King of Hearts 2017, Josh Alexander versus Kobe Durst in front of a crowd of 70 people had one of the best pro wrestling matches of 2017. Yeah, there's a couple matches.
All right. Let's see here. Oh, I guess I could probably throw out some answers. Big match, I would say Undertaker's retirement match because he's like my favorite wrestler ever, but now he's apparently coming back and wrestling again, so now I'm just grumpy about it. All of the 2004 Ted Petty Invitational, I was there for that, and that was like amazing.
Yes, that would be.
I mean, that was Styles and Cannon, Aries, Shelley, Danielson, Hero, Cesaro, Punk. God, everybody was at that tournament. That was so good. So yeah, I'll just say those two, and we can move along.
That's fair. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to in 2018? I think I'm gonna just say the birth of my daughter.
I'm going to say the exact same thing, because if I don't, I'm a piece of shit, so thanks.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to set you up to just make it real easy. Best way to relax after a stressful day.
Diet Pepsi, lime, right out of the can. It's got to be right from the fridge. My feet up on the table, lounging on a cuddle chair, which is like a huge, giant couch pad that I have in my living room. And probably the Nintendo Switch or Roseanne on the TV.
Yeah, I'd say lately it's been maybe a beer. I'm a 1 or 2 beer guy. I'm not a big, like, let's drink and get drunk, but end of day, like 1 beer, 2 beers, and hitting up Marvel Unlimited for like an hour.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Coolest toy you had as a kid?
Oh man, that's tough because I had some dope stuff. I used to have all the flip head Power Rangers. You remember those?
Yeah.
Had them all. Probably that. The white Tiger Zord. I also had the dagger, the flute dagger for the Green Ranger. 12-inch Batman from the 89 Batman movie. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Man, I had so many He-Man figures. I had like every LJN WWF wrestling superstar, like the big heavy rubber guys, with like the ring and the cage accessory. That was like my favorite thing. Yeah, those were probably like my absolute, like, everywhere I went I had like a pile of He-Man and a pile of the LJN WWF guys in a bag.
Did you watch the new Netflix series?
The
Toys That Made Us?
Yeah, I haven't yet, but it's on my list.
Yeah, you should check it out, man. There's a He-Man episode. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's good. I'm looking forward to that. It's on my list of things that I want to get to this weekend.
Well, enjoy it. I loved it.
If I had a passport and some gas, could I come along to some of those cool shows you go to?
Who's that?
That is.
This still the Wade Buswell
Question Corner.
Yeah. Why not? There's a lot of guys that travel. I fly more often than I drive now. But I mean, Space Monkey, Kobe, Shane Saber. We're trying to get Mark Wheeler. Probably another guy from Hamilton that I'm really liking right now, BMD. There's a lot of guys that'll start traveling or do travel. So if you want to check out some shows in America, there's no harm to ask.
All right. How's the new job, Brent? That's from Wade. 2 days in, really good. I'm an asset to any company that wants to pay me, so I'm already crushing it. We'll leave it at that. No, but it is actually going very, very well, and I was told today that they are blown away with how fast I've picked everything up. So I feel
that's
good.
Awesome.
Tony Kegger with the dagger here. For both of you, who would you kill off in Avengers Infinity War? Only one, hero or villain?
Oh man, this is a good ass question.
Yep, I've been saving it for the end here. It's the dagger in the question segment.
What a way to pop off the end of this episode. Okay, so let's start with rumors. I heard rumor is Loki dies.
Okay, I've avoided rumors. I don't mind hearing them. I just haven't actually seen them.
Yeah, see, like, I don't look for them, but if they pop up in, like, podcasts that I listen to, I'm not going to turn it off. Oh, man, if someone died, who should die in Avengers? Oh, dude, that's so tough.
Do you kill Tony Stark?
No. No, I don't. But you probably could. I'm like, So my big thing is, you can't, because they're going into another phase, right? You can't just start killing off all the guys that have been there forever, and then it's an entirely new roster of people. I think you need to have a good blend.
Yeah, it becomes that thing, though, of if you kill off one of the old guys, then you've established that people can die.
Well, that's what I want. I want that out of my superhero movies, and I'm glad. To be honest with you, so if you get the the soul gem or stone,
Yeah.
You can bring people back to life.
Yeah.
If they brought back Quicksilver, I would not be upset. If they kill someone in the movie and bring them back in either the right at the end of the movie or the next movie, I will be pissed.
Yeah, that's too cheap.
But if they bring back Quicksilver, like let's say Scarlet Witch gets the stone and selfishly uses it to bring her brother back to life, I would be okay with that. But who do I want to die, though? Oh, that's so tough. You know what? They could kill Thor.
Yeah, I guess.
But I also kind of want to see Falcon become Captain America, not Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I think that would be intriguing. But...
Yo, let's kill both Winter Soldier and Cap. Done. Dead.
All right, I was gonna say Winter Soldier just because it seems like what they could do. I would do...
Really? You think that? I think that they would kill off Cap and then make Bucky Captain America.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they've got too much to try and do to make that work with his past and everything. I don't know. I definitely think I would kill Tony Stark. It just feels like that's the big shockwave kind of death, and kind of establishes a new world for the next phase.
I mean, it would, but I think that he would play such a good role, even if he never played Iron Man again, but just did Tony Stark. Okay, you know Batman Forever?
Yeah.
Like how Bruce Wayne just sits in the back, like he's Alfred.
Right.
I think Tony Stark in Avenger Tower or whatever, he'd be sick.
So Spider-Man Homecoming, but without the parts where he's Iron Man.
Yeah.
All right.
Because he is getting old.
Right, and he's already been shown as prone to the whole PTSD thing.
Yes. Yo, so. you know what would be awesome though, for real? If they killed someone in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Like just straight up now you don't know what to expect because we just did that.
Yep, like oh shit, Thanos shows up. All of a sudden, the Guardians are there. Mantis gets her head ripped off. Holy shit. Is Mantis dead? Yes. Oh my god, people can die. Right away, Thanos is like the craziest MFer of all time.
All right, well, we've got some good ideas, and we are at 54 minutes, so it's time to start doing our wrap-up plugs.
Well, that's perfect with me. So this weekend, a.k.a. today, because this will be released tonight or tomorrow?
I'll put it out Friday.
So tonight, I'll be wrestling in Chicago for Freelance Wrestling. Check them out. Next day, I will be in Illinois somewhere. What's it called? Crown Point?
It's Crown Point, Indiana.
Indiana for Black Label Pro. Then Sunday, I fly all the way out to Providence, Rhode Island for the debut event for Wrestling Has a Tomorrow. What?
Right.
yeah, that's my weekend.
All right. And t-shirts?
ProWrestlingTees.com/Ethan Page, which, big news, guys. By the time you hear this, there'll probably be a brand new Chandler Park t-shirt available on ProWrestlingTees.com/Ethan Page. Grab it, buy it, wear it, or get an Ethan Page shirt instead of Chandler Park. I don't care. Do whatever you want. I have 3 brand new Ethan Page t-shirts. They're awesome. Check those out. And Twitter @officialego, Instagram @official_ego. And let's just give a big shout out to the website that hosts our podcast. Brent, take it away.
Absolutely. The good people at Cage Side Seats are providing us the platform. You can listen to this in video format it's just a static image, but it's a YouTube video, so sometimes that's easier to sneak at work. I don't know. But CagesideSeats.com. You can follow me @Brent Brookhouse on Twitter. And, Tony's question about where to start watching Alpha 1. Where could he go to start watching Alpha 1?
Well, you could watch like 15 shows of Alpha 1 if you go to powerbomb.tv and sign up for free for 20 days using promo code Alpha1, ALPHA, the number 1, no spaces, all capitals, Alpha 1. Use that promo code, get 20 days for free. Trust me, watch Alpha 1 Wrestling. It's totes worth it.
All right, so again, @officialego on Twitter, @Brent Brookhouse on Twitter. And, hey, Ethan, safe travels this weekend, because it's going to be nasty. Drive very, very carefully and very safe. And,
I would do that if the weather wasn't bad, but...
Yeah, but, a little extra care.
All right.
You're going to be passing by my neck of the woods. I need you to not cause any extra traffic for me, so...
Oh, I see. This is a personal thing.
All right, and we will talk next week. Have a good week, everybody.
Bye.